How are you today?
Good, man. Rocking.
You are so busy that I don't even know how you find time for a TV show on top of everything else. Is it tough to find time?
Well, you make time for stuff that you want to do, and I get a lot of offers for things I don't want to do, so I just don't do them, and that provides you the time to do things that are important. This is almost a passion project of mine because it's something that I came up with the idea for years ago, and we did our first season in 2013, and then finally, out of the blue, when I thought the show was done, we get a call from CBC wanting to do another season. I was like, which CBC? The CBC? Like the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation? It's like, no, Charlie Beckett, Charlie Beckett Company. But it was really cool, and I love playing this character. I love this universe that we created. So it was just a pleasure to get back and work on it again. And with the promotional machine of CBC behind us, like I'm so busy, I didn't really read much of the emails that I just knew I had to be in Toronto.
Right.
I didn't know it was a big junket. I didn't know we were going to be here with all these other great shows from CBC. So, we're in it now. It's a big deal. They're considering it to be a big deal, which is great because so do I.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What did you learn from doing the first season that you wanted to change or improve on or do differently in the second season?
I think the first season, because it took us 8 years to sell it, and
Right.
so when we finally got it made, we did 10 episodes, but they were all self-contained episodes. You can watch episode 1 and then episode 7, then episode 3, and then it doesn't matter what order they're in. One of the things we wanted to do for this one was do less episodes and more story. So we decided to do 6 episodes with an arc. It's like a a movie, I guess you'd say. I think each episode, so probably like like an hour-long TV show, but there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it's a great payoff. Like, you have to watch them in order, and it's a lot of fun. So that was the biggest thing we wanted to do. And then also we were thinking, okay, well, it's been 4 years since the first one. Let's move 4 years into the future. What's going on with Chris? The first one, he was just trying to get any gigs, doing a lot of auditions. This one, he's landed a big gig. He's on Star Crusaders, which is
Right.
a sci-fi channel, kind of a shitty, low-budget show. But at least he's on it, and he's not even the star. He thinks he is, but he's not. He's probably 4th or 5th on the call sheet. So that gave us a lot to play with and a lot of ideas and a lot of story as well. So there was a lot more to play with at this point in the game.
Do you have, I guess, when you're doing a show like this, and you're getting to play with something like bad sci-fi shows, did you have a moment that you're like, okay, this is the funniest thing I've ever done, or like anything like that?
Just being a part of it, like I remember, like in the first season, Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall played my acting coach. And
Right.
He did a lot of improv, and just being involved in that, and going toe to toe, and afterwards, like, that was a real good workout for me as an actor. And then watching it back, it was so funny. So I said, like, when we were talking about this season, like, we need to continue the tradition and have another Kid in the Hall. So we got Kevin McDonald, who plays this producer that's going to help me get my show made. He's so funny too, in a different way than Scott was. So when you're doing it, it's funny, but you never know for sure until you see it back and see the edit, because an edit can enhance or kill anything you do. It's like a book edit or a music, when you make a record, if it's not mixed properly. And then watching the edits back, and there's a couple things that you didn't like, and you go back and bang it back and forth and that sort of thing. So you're so involved in it. And what I like to do is get all of it down and done and edited, and here it is, and then I'm not going to watch it.
Right.
I'll watch it, when it comes out on the 7th. But I haven't seen it in 3 or 4 months, right?
And there's a lot of people who can't watch their own stuff, so it's fascinating to hear when you can.
Yeah, and I can
I know
watch
how you must feel, yeah.
I can watch it. Sometimes I choose not to, but this is something I'm really excited to watch, because it was a little bit, like I said, when you watch the edit back, you're kind of on the edge of your seat, because you're like, I hope they left this in, I hope they take that out, I don't like this, I don't like that. So you always come out of it a little bit negative, because even if it's 99% right, you still want that 1% changed. So you can't watch it objectively. I'm watching it as, as the creator of the show. What do I want? What's the tone that I want? How do I want this to be? As are everybody else involved, the producers, the writers, all of us. It's our show. It's not like I have the final say. I just have a lot of input and opinion. So now that it's done, and I know that I've approved everything, now I can't wait to completely forget, which I have, and just go watch it with fresh eyes and ears. And I'm really excited to see it. I'm like everybody else. I haven't seen it. I have no copies of it. I don't have a link to go to.
It's amazing.
I have nothing. I can probably get it, but I don't want it. I want to see it, go online and watch it with everybody else on December 7th.
That's cool. So do you have any cameos you can talk about, or anyone else who's going to be in the show? that
Yeah, I
people
mean,
do?
my big rival, which I love the concept, is Colin Mockery. We hate each other. The first season we were friends, and now we're blood enemies. And I just, of all the people in the world that I could pick to be a rival, like Colin Mockery is like such a great call. Like why? And like we don't even know why. We'll have to get that maybe another season, but. So that was really cool. Andy Kindler is back playing my agent, Phil Blank,
Amazing.
who's amazing. We have such good chemistry, like just great comedic timing, and that's the first thing I asked when we were talking about season 2. Is this Kindler coming back? He's got to be back, and he wanted to be because we had so much fun.
That's amazing.
You never know when you do a lot of projects. You never know where it's going to go or how it's going to turn out. When you find something that you like, you want to stick with it and do it as much as you can. So it was cool. It was cool to have him involved. And then just like the guys that I work with are so tapped into the Toronto comedy scene. There's so many talented people. Some of them are on CBC shows. And
Huge.
Some of them, like, it's great. So everybody that shows up, I don't even ask about the casting because I know that everyone's going to be great. And I was right. Like everybody is super funny in this, and it makes my job easier because I can just kind of sit back and keep my stick on the ice and keep scoring goals by just doing this character and let everyone else do theirs. And it just mixes so well.
That's cool. Well, thank you very much for the time.
All right, man. Appreciate it.